Hi readers, welcome to today's lesson. We are going to be doing iReady lesson RL 6.2, summarizing literary text. So here we go. Let's start out with defining what is a summary. So a summary is a brief retelling. It gives us the main characters, the setting, the conflict, and the important events. Many times when you read, you are going to have a personal opinion about a story. That's normal. That's what good readers do. We form opinions, we form judgments, we connect with the characters. But it's important for you to know that when we're writing a summary, we do not include those personal opinions and judgments in with our summary. So let's look at these examples. I have two summaries here. One is a really good example and one is a really good non-example. I want you to go ahead and pause, read these two examples, and determine which one is the better one and why is the other one not a good example. Okay, so when we go and we read number one, in the ancient city of Pompeii in the year 79 CE, a young shepherd tries to figure out why his father's sheep are dying. Could it be related to the strange odor seeping from the ground near Mount Vesuvius? The boy sets out to investigate as events lead to a grim conclusion. All right, so that's paragraph one. I didn't really hear any judgments. I didn't hear any opinions. It was pretty fact-based. Number two, in this fantastic and realistic story, a clever young boy tries to figure out why his father's sheep are dying. You will not believe what he discovers. This is one of the best stories you will ever read. Wow, that one's really full of some judgments and some opinions. For example, in this fantastic and realistic story, that is an opinion or a judgment. This is one of the best stories you'll ever read. That's definitely an opinion. I may not believe it's the best story. So what we're about to do right now is we're going to look at a picture. And underneath the picture, there is going to be a example or a sample summary. And I want you to read that sample summary follow along with me as I read it aloud. All right, so there's our picture. Okay, so let's look at this paragraph. In an unrealistic story, a boy and girl enter a living room and see drips coming from the ceiling. Although confused at first, they at least have the sense to check the bathroom above the living room. There, they discover the water is from an overflowing bathtub. All right, so right off the bat, this summary starts out with a judgment or an opinion. It's an unrealistic story. Then the second example of where we have a judgment or an opinion is they at least have the sense to check the bathroom. So those two are good examples of where judgments and opinions have been used. Now, I'm going to show you the next slide where I have written a summary that is going to be free from judgment and opinions. So let's read over this one. Where is Lady Fishpants by Anita Benton? I want to see the lady with the fish pants, cried Ted. The day was scorching hot, and my 4-year-old brother was driving me crazy. We had seen every exhibit in Oceanside Aquarium. Each time Ted would look around and then yell, Sam, where's the lady with the fish pants? I tried to convince him that there was no lady with fish pants there, but he just shook his head and said, she is too here. Let's go back and look at the jellyfish exhibit, I told him. Maybe she'll be there. All right, so I want you to look at this summary. Before we do that, though, I want to rethink what is a summary and what do I know that a summary includes? Well, I know that a summary includes the main characters and setting, which in this case are a boy and his little brother, and they're at an aquarium on a really hot day. And then we are going to be looking for some main events. So let's read this sample I have. In this well-written part of the story, Sam and his brother Ted visit Oceanside Aquarium. Ted said he wants to see the lady with the fish pants and acts like a spoiled brat. Sam says that there's no lady with fish pants, but Ted insists she's there. Ted should listen to his brother. All right, so we're going to make a chart to figure out in this summary what does and doesn't belong, what statements belong and why, don't belong and why. So the very first one right off the bat that jumps off the page at me is in this well-written part of the story. So this is the first part that really stands out. Why doesn't this belong? Well, this doesn't belong because it's a judgment written about how this story was written. And so we can't have judgments when we are writing summaries. All right. The next part that really stands out to me is acts like a spoiled brat. So that is an opinion about a character. And then the last one that I found in this was Ted should listen to his brother. Well, that gives an opinion about an action of a character. So none of those work. Let's continue on and let's think about what a good summary of this story would be. So I'm going to continue reading, and as I'm reading, I want you to kind of identify the names of the characters and any clues that are going to help you understand the story's setting and events. So here we go. At the jellyfish exhibit, Ted screamed, "Sam, there's no lady with fish pants here." Everybody looked at me, and I quickly rushed him out the door. "Look," I told him, "Mom's picking us up soon. Let's hang out in the gift shop until she gets here." "Will the lady with the fish pants be there?" "Sure, maybe," I said. We walked in, and I expected to hear Ted scream, but instead, he was smiling. He held up a stuffed mermaid for me to see. See, the lady with the fish pants. Which sentence best summarizes this part of the story? So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to think, what are my characters, my setting, and what's an important event? What's the most important thing that's happened in this story? All right, so go ahead and pause the video and see if you can identify the correct answer. So let's now look at our question and our answer choices and go through them. Which sentence best summarizes this part of the story? All right, so I know in this part of the story, my characters are Sam, Ted, the gift shop, and they're looking for the fish pant lady. So those are the kinds of things that I'm looking for. Sam should have realized that Ted was telling the truth about the lady with the fish pants. Well, this starts out with a judgment. He should have realized, and we don't have judgments in summary, so it is definitely not A. All right, let's go on to B. The mystery of the lady with the fish pants is solved when Sam and Ted visit the gift shop and Ted sees the stuffed mermaid. Okay, it's talking about the mystery is solved, so that's the resolution. It gives me my character, Sam and Ted. What did they do? They visited the gift shop, and what did they find? They find the stuffed animal that looks like the fish pants lady. Well, that sounds like a really good choice. That one's going to be hard to beat. All right, so let's kind of keep B in the back of our mind. But let's go on to C. Sam and Ted's mother is supposed to pick them up soon. Sam and Ted are definitely my characters, but it really doesn't talk about their mother all that much, and that's not what the story is mostly about. All right, so I'm going to say B is a better answer than C. All right, let's go to D. Sam got tired of listening to Ted whine, so he took him in the gift shop. Well, that's true. Sam and Ted are in there. And it's got the gift shop in there, but and I'm sure he's probably tired of listening to him whine, but that's more of an opinion than anything else, is that you as the author think that he's tired of listening to him whine. So I want you to see, readers, how I did that, how I picked B as my answer, and how I justified it by looking at all my other answer choices. That's what you're going to do next. When you move down to the next section, the practice it section, you're going to get an opportunity to try this work on your own. So until next time, readers, have a great day.